That's where the meditation can come in handy. And what does it help you to do? It helps you to get out of those thoughts where you've been hiding all your life. It doesn't mean that you stop thinking. It doesn't mean that you try to get rid of thought or blank thought or anything like that. It just means that now you don't get lost in thought. You don't get lost in imagination. You don't get lost in fantasy. You pull back. You take a mental step back. It's like, let's say somebody's trying to pull you into an argument. So there they are. You can see they're trying to pull you into an argument. So what do? You take a mental step back. What do they say? Count to 10. See, you don't get angry. You take a mental step back and say, well, okay, look, I've got some stuff to do. And then you just go. And you didn't get pulled into the argument. You didn't fall. You didn't get angry. See? So you got to be able to do the same thing with those thoughts. But they want to pull you down, don't they? And that's another story. I'm not going to talk about that now. But they want to pull you down. So you realize then that getting lost in thoughts, that copping out, that capitulating, that yielding, that hiding, you sense that those are not the way to live. You sense that. And you need help to start not living that way. Well, that's what the meditation is for. It's that simple. It's just a little technique that helps you get started. All right? That's what it does. And then you can, when you get out of your thoughts, when your soul, comes up, it's like being under the water. That's what I was saying on my recent radio program. You really should listen to my radio programs. They're very good. They have high production values. We put a lot of time into them to make them good. With good music, my son plays the piano. Good music, good content. 28 or 25 minutes just packed with good stuff. No advertisements. See, just 28 minutes of good stuff. And how do you find them? Well, you go to SheddingShackles.com, or you can find them in podcasts. They're just about everywhere. Shedding Shackles. That's it, the 2 words, Shedding Shackles. You can even go to Amazon, and you can look for Shedding Shackles, and you'll find the podcast there. Or you can go to Amazon and look for Roland Trujillo. You'll find the podcast. You go to Amazon, then you put in the Amazon search, Roland Trujillo, then you'll find my books and probably a podcast too. All right, so you got the idea. But what was I saying? I forgot. Oh, yeah. So it's like coming up from under the water. You're under the water, then you come up to the surface, and you break through, and there's the blue sky and clouds. And the birds are flying by, and there's a fresh ocean breeze, and you breathe in the fresh air. That's what you need, all right? And the meditation helps you to do that. So, but now, let's say you start meditating. Some of you have. So this message is especially for people who have started. Maybe you just started, or you've been doing it for a while. Sometimes you encounter things you don't understand. Like one lady the other day, she said, I don't think it's working. Well, it may very well be working. See, when you start meditating, you're not going to see the heavens open up and trumpets and angels and everything. You'll just, the first thing you might see, as somebody once said, the first thing you might see is that you hated your mom. All right, well, you're closer to reality now. See, but you might discover that as you meditate, you are a little calmer. You do see a little more clearly. But at the same time, some things rise up that you didn't see before. They were always there, but you didn't see them. So that's it. So if you are meditating or just getting started, and you have a question about or just a question about meditation. Say, what's this hand in my hand or my eyes? You have a question. Or you've been meditating and there's something you don't understand, then here's the thing. You can you can email me, Roland@SheddingShackles.com. Very simple. Roland, ROLAND, at Shedding Shackles, both words joined together, SheddingShackles.com. Or you can call the listener call-in line. You can call and leave a question. It's 24/7. anytime, day or night, you can call. And if you have a question you'd like me to call back, you can leave the question, and maybe I'll answer it on the air. You can say, "Hey, I got a question. My name is Joe, and I'm calling from, Dallas, Fort Worth, and, um, and here's my question." And I might answer it on the air. Or I can call you back if you want me to call you back. You have a question about meditation, I can talk to you about that, okay? So, I think that's what I wanted to say today. That's the main thing I wanted to say, that if you have a question about meditation, you've been doing it, or you just started doing it and you have a question, then you can call me or email me. All right, that's what I wanted to say today.